All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bashim Shah Harakakadash, double honor to apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to your elect, which we hope to be. It's your brother Hawaii. Got a quick lesson for Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelites who better shame of looking like heathens. Spirit bear witness that they're a child of Heavenly Father. And the name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, who the word inly calls Jehovah God or Yahweh. And the name of the Heavenly Son is Yahweh Shai, who the word inly calls Jesus Christ, or Jesus Christ, or Yeshua. I got a quick lesson. Any of the preachers come out, you already know it's the Holy Spirit. It's the Holy Spirit, why you believe it or not. And pretty much, I want to just go into the fact that the man is the prize. Now, I'll probably make points and stuff, when it comes down to the agents who love to hack my phone, be nosy and busybodies and stuff, and constantly and continuously and stuff, always going to be found to sin that they can repent from, but they never will. Uh, the thing is that, man is the prize. That's why a male and a woman and stuff, the same, similar figures and whatnot and stuff, can go on the same diet and work out, but yet the man and stuff will still be the one who grows stronger. And I know they don't really say it in science and whatnot and stuff, or they don't really tell you, but when it comes down to biology and stuff, a man stopped growing at 25 when a woman stopped growing at 19, you see, you know, and I'm not trying to boast or anything, stuff, this is just the facts, right? So, uh, a major shift in respect and stuff is going to come when it come down to the man. You already have, not the man, but the woman. Women are going to give more respect and stuff onto men because, uh, because in the times that we're coming in, all that I don't need a man and stuff is going to go out the door. Now we already understand and stuff that most women and stuff is going to go after men of might, which is more towards a carnal aspect and not by wisdom in a spiritual aspect. Because a lot of wisdom and stuff that a lot of men use and stuff according to this world is wisdom of wickedness. And that's not going to prevail in the time to come, because as it says in Isaiah 33 and 6, it says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that time and strength of salvation. He that fear the Lord is his treasure. All these other individuals and stuff that's in these religions, guess what? You ain't gonna make it, because that is not knowledge and stuff that's gonna be approved by the Lord. And also what it does is stain you. It literally stains you, what the Lord will recognize and stuff and not accept, because you would not be able to finesse if he can uh, 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 know all your thoughts. You see, only one you'll be finessing is yourself. So it's going to be a flipping going on. And I know that's a gang bang term, but that's exactly what it's going to be and stuff. But you're not flicking from another game. What you're doing is that you're coming on to your heritage and stuff. If you're a Negro, Latino, Native American Indian, and Israelite who outward appearance instead of a heathen, the spirit bear witness that they're a child of Heavenly Father, no matter what anybody said, no matter how you look. You see, and uh, and women are going to be looking for men who have the understanding of those scriptures. And only utilizes the scriptures and stuff, because as it says in Luke, no, not Luke, Isaiah 34 and 16, none shall want her mate. And that's how you can tell that when it comes down to the rest of, when it comes down to the Bible, no other book and stuff can triumph and stuff when it comes down to something that's similar to religion. Right? So we understand and stuff that a woman and stuff is going to come to her senses, and she going to respect her husband, whoever the fuck she with and stuff at the time and stuff, she gonna respect them, because that is the order and stuff that the Lord has given. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get that right quick. This is because it goes right into it. So this is First Corinthians. This First Corinthians chapter 14, verse 40. And it says, let all things be done decently in order. In the NLT, it says, but be sure that everything is done properly and in order. So the Lord gives you the order and whatnot. So what's the order between man and woman? Let's check it out. This is Genesis chapter 2 and 14. Not 18? 18. All right, so this 18. 18. It says, and the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahshua power said. Now, when you read Genesis, well, Yahweh Bashim Yahshua power said, it says, it is not good that man, it is not good that man shall be alone. I will make him a helpmeet for him. It says, and out of the ground the Lord power formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof. It says, verse 20, it says, and Adam gave names to all cattle, and to the fowl of the air, and to every beast of the field. It says, but Adam, it said, but for Adam there was not found a helpmeet onto him, right? So when you go into that word help me, it's the word Izar. It says help, secure, one who helps. And that down here and stuff, you see aid, AID. You know what I'm saying? You know, someone to give assistance. Why? Because the man will be the boss, right? So this is verse 21. It says, and the Lord power caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept, and he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh instead thereof. And that rib ain't saying that he did a surgical pull out and stuff and took one of his ribs and whatnot. No, that rib is talking about people of his own kind, because there you do have the generations of Adam. You know what I'm saying? Because when it comes down to it, you have the serpent, you know, yeah, and then you had the serpent and Adam. You know what I'm saying? You know, there was other people and whatnot. And the scriptures, I'm gonna keep it slight. The scriptures refer to men of the Lord. I mean, not like it. The scriptures do use trees metaphorically. You know what I'm saying? As of people. You know what I'm saying? You know, and when the scripture says that you know, after Adam and Eve, you know what I'm saying, ate of the fruit. After Adam and Eve and stuff ate of the fruit, what happened? They so like they hid themselves amongst the trees, but it wasn't the forest. They hid themselves amongst other people. You see, and there's many scriptures and stuff that goes on that and stuff where Jake is referred to, or people are referred to, period and stuff, as onto vegetation. You see, right? So it says, verse 21 again. Well, 21. It says, in the Lord, right, it says, verse 22, it says, in the rib which the Lord power, Yahweh power, had taken from man, made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. It says, and Adam said, this is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. You see? Um, um, bear with me. Um, like, right, going right past it. It's the word Asha or Yasha. You know what I'm saying? Because in Hebrew and stuff, to make something feminine, you know, that has a masculine counterpart and stuff, you will put a high at the end as a suffix and stuff. You know what I'm saying? When it pertains to a female. So uh, it says woman, opposite of man. There you go. So I guess they took the definition away. Woman means servant. Matter of fact, if I can get in here, bear with me, because she'll be playing, Satan be messing with things. And as you can see, hold on, it's right there. It says female servant. know what I'm saying? You know, adult, you know, right? Female servant,
Get it today.
right? So I'm gonna go back, and as you can tell, you know what I'm saying, it says, and Adam said, this is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman because she was taken out of man, right? So I'm gonna grab this. This is First Corinthians. This is First Corinthians chapter 11 and 8, and it says for the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. You know what I'm saying? You know, because without uh, 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 you know, the Lord created male and female and whatnot and stuff, but it was a bunch of stuff during that time. You know what I'm saying? In the book of Genesis, it wasn't just Adam and Eve like most of the story and stuff is given. You know what I'm saying? It was other people. The serpent was another man. You see, the serpent was another man and whatnot and stuff, but is the first incarnation and stuff of Cain and Esau. You see, because of that snakish mentality and whatnot, he was a snake. Like how you call somebody a snake because they deceitful and shit. It's the same, you know, deceitful or have you know, they just a badass nigga and shit, or not badass nigga and stuff, but I guess you could say sneaky, deceitful. You know what I'm saying, right? And I'm going to the NLT. It said, for first man didn't come from woman, but first woman came from man. So I'm going to read verse 9. And it says, neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. You see? So there you go. And you already could tell and stuff that here it is. The Lord created all these different animals and stuff, but yet it wasn't no helping. You know what I'm saying? Right? So it's like, you know what? A more even though animals and stuff have their, you know, different things and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying, you know, to give help onto, you know what I'm saying, in different servitudes and different works. The thing is there's certain things and stuff that only a female can give that animals can't give. You see? And remember, as it says in Luke 1 and 70, I'm gonna grab that right quick. This is Luke 1. I'm gonna start at 68. This is Luke 1 and 68. And it says, blessed be the Lord power of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people. Person pronoun. It says, verse 69, it says, and have raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David. Verse 70, it says, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began. So guess what? During the time of that also proves during the time of Adam and Eve and whatnot and stuff that guess what? It was also other people. You know what I'm saying? You know, when the scripture says that the Lord's voice and stuff was in the cooling of the day, you know what I'm saying? That was more than likely in the morning or a time of earliness. You know what I'm saying? You know, and the Lord's voice and stuff, as many scriptures say and stuff, are men. You see? You know, you know, they're men, right? So this is uh so since I was there, it's First Corinthians 11 and verse 3. And it says, but I will have you know that the head of every man is Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, and the head of the woman is the man. It says, and the head of Yahweh Shah is HaMashiach is Yahweh. See if it gives, like, what's his name from, I forget what movie it was and whatnot and stuff, but he said it was, uh, damn, what is his name? Morgan Freeman. You know what I'm saying? And he was like a principal and stuff or superintendent and stuff at a school. And he said that he was HN uh, uh, IC, HNIC. And then everybody was sitting up here wondering what HNIC mean and stuff. And then the female was like head nigga in charge. And what did that mean? That he was the boss. You see? So I want to see the NIV. Uh, it's still gonna say head. Yeah, it's still gonna say head and stuff. So the head of a man is Yahushua. The head of a woman is a man, and the head of Yahushua is Yahweh and stuff. So it's Yahweh, Yahushua, man and woman. You see, and that's the order. You see, right now you do have classes. You have the Israelites. You know what I'm saying, which came later down the line and whatnot. But you have the Israelites, the children of men, which are the heathens, and then the children of the wicked, which are Esau, Edom, the full-blooded spirit Caucasian. You know what I'm saying? So you got three classes of men. You know what I'm saying? Israelite men being the highest. But once again, even before, the Lord had established a covenant, you know what I'm saying, where it might have been three other brothers and whatnot and stuff. And I'm talking about Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And the thing is that uh, uh, Shem was the line and stuff that the Lord was fucking with. You know what I'm saying? Which Noah came out of and had to had a covenant. You know what I'm saying? No, it's like Noah was the first one to get the covenant. Then you had individuals that the Lord was dealing with and stuff. And then it came down to Abraham. Then it came down to Isaac. Then it became Jacob. You know what I'm saying? So so you see that. You know, you know man is top notch and stuff. And you could tell it's a reason and stuff why Esau Edom, the full blood spirit Caucasian, pretty much with him being his rulership and whatnot, that he had disrupted and stuff the order of the household, where they made the woman seem like the prize, you know what I'm saying, and made the man the underling and stuff. When all he did was disrupt things and disrupt the order of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, as it says in Psalms 82 and 5. You see, everything is turned upside down. You see, men know what they want to get when they looking for something to eat. Women take all day and ask you what you want to eat, and then read the size and stuff. You see, you know. And Apostle Bar, he did sit down some years ago, maybe 2 years, and he was sitting up here saying that men represent order and women represent chaos. You know what I'm saying? You see it in the anime. When a woman come across a misunderstanding and whatnot and stuff, she ready to throw hands or be violent, and then ask questions later. And men are not supposed to be logical and stuff, where they would check out things first. They would check things out first, you know what I'm saying? And then they'll check things out first, where they'll use logic, you know what I'm saying, first before emotion and whatnot. And the reason why you don't really see that amongst a lot of men today and stuff, who got the hard body or got the guns and whatnot and stuff, you see, or got some power over men. The reason why you don't see that as much and stuff is because the curse was that the father was going to leave, you know what I'm saying, the household and stuff. And the mother was going to be a single mother, you know what I'm saying, with the child and whatnot. So then if the child was a son, he was going to learn feminine tendencies and stuff, even though he's a man, you see. And that's why you have a lot of men out here that's emotional, you know what I'm saying, instead of just using logic, you know what I'm saying, right? But, not to pull that over and whatnot, it's still a disruptance in the order that the Lord had created already, you see. So I want to grab this. Uh, this is mm, this is First Timothy's 2. Mm, mm. And as you can see, it says women instructed. You know what I'm saying? What's another word for instruction? Discipline. You know what I'm saying? Which in the Western Hemisphere, and however way America is able to spread its influence and stuff all towards other women, you know what I'm saying, no matter where they are, you know what I'm saying, it's destruction. You know what I'm saying? It's uh, um, misinformation, if you want to say it like that, of behavior. You know what I'm saying? That's why women call themselves bad bitches. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? It's an omen when it's a name prediction, and they're titling themselves that, you know what I'm saying, and they're all bad and whatnot. And guess what it brought? Men to run away from you all or look for women and stuff across seas and stuff who still learn how to be an actual woman and stuff. You see, you know. And then you got some women and stuff where it's like, oh, we see that women are acting like this and acting like that and stuff, and they hopping from rod to rod, and they don't want that shit no more. So guess what? They like, you know what? I got to change my behavior and stuff. But some women are more hard headed than others. You know what I'm saying? So you see. So this is women instructed. It says, in like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel. You know what I'm saying? Not booty shorts. Really modest apparel and stuff is pretty much what the East Indian wear, the Arabian women wear. Because really, as it says in Deuteronomy 22 and 5 and stuff, a woman's not supposed to wear the apparel of a man. You know what I'm saying? Which is pants. You know what I'm saying? You know, now we understand that we underneath captivity and stuff, and it's not really anything to do. You know what I'm saying? You know, well, nah, you can, you can wear the dress and whatnot and stuff, but you know, if you got a job, you know, if you got a uniform, you know what I'm saying, you know, and most women's attire and stuff is not to wear a dress anyways. You know what I'm saying? Most women are not used to it. Now, if a woman do wear a dress, it's either a skirt that got her ass cheeks out, you know what I'm saying, or a skirt and stuff where she always got to pull it down and stuff because guess what? It's going to rise up and show that ass, you know, and if she going commando and stuff, she going to go crazy. Like what was that that last female and stuff? I know brothers was doing a sit down on them on her where she had a kitty out and whatnot and stuff. She was going commando, but her kitty was showing. You see, and when I say kitty and stuff, I'm talking about her private parts. You know what I'm saying? And she was walking through the mall and whatnot and stuff, trying to get as much attention as possible and stuff, because women are attention whores. You see, that's why a lot of women and stuff trip out when you talk about what they really supposed to be wearing. You see, you know. Um, and you know they also wear the pencil skirts or the pencil dresses where it's like, oh, I still got a dress on and stuff, but guess what? It's still showing off their figure. You see, and what women don't understand and stuff is that what that does is sexualize you. You know what I'm saying? Well, a man is more than likely now. You know, you got women out there that wear, you know, I would say wear a sundress, but you got women out there and stuff where, you know, they still, you know, wear the dresses and whatnot and stuff. You know, and they just got too much and whatnot and stuff to hide. Because if they get a bigger size and stuff, everything gonna be falling off, and you're gonna see more than just a little bit of stuff that's sliding through. You gonna see more and stuff because stuff gonna be sliding off her body. You know, right? Uh, bikinis, that's swimwear. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's just something that can't really be helped and whatnot and stuff because not everybody has a personal pool. You know what I'm saying? You know, or probably don't even want to deal with a personal pool, want to just go out to the beach. You know what I'm saying? You know. But anyways, um, First Timothy 2:9. It says, in like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness and sobriety. And shamefacedness, like say if what was that movie and stuff? Or no, it was the play. I remember the play and stuff, one of the old ones. And you had this is the Medea thing and whatnot and stuff, which is going off according to Deuteronomy 22 and 5. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't know. They thought they was just getting some money, right? Uh, uh, with Tyler Perry and whatnot and stuff. And you had that light skinned female who was with that I think not the light skinned dude, but he was with another dude. She was with another dude. And she pretty much had a black eye and stuff. And she had them old fashioned sunglasses with the green on the side and stuff that you used to be able to get from Family Dollar. Well, uh, she had that. She had that, right? And that's because, and then at the same time, for the fact that she had a black eye and stuff, you know what I'm saying, even though she had the glasses to cover it up, the thing is that she wasn't trying to make like eye contact or for anybody to really see and stuff that she was bruised. Now, I'm using that as example, you know what I'm saying, because, it felt shameful for her to be seen like that and stuff. Well, it's the same way when it comes down to women, where it's like, without getting hit or hurt and stuff, remember that was just an example. The thing is that they eyes should be only towards their men. Ain't no turning your heads and stuff, you know what I'm saying, and looking, you know, what's the other one? Uh, or what would they do? They kiss and hug the guy that they with and stuff, you know what I'm saying, because the guy that they want to look at and stuff is behind them, or what else? Uh, got this. Or, uh, or they'll use the peripherals, you know what I'm saying, right? Right. So that's shamefacedness. When we go into sobriety, let's look it up.
Strong's G 4997. Sofrasune. Sofrasune.
It says soundness of mind, self-control, and sobriety. You see, self-control. You know what I'm saying? Uh, uh, women ain't really supposed to be drinking like that. You know what I'm saying? Because with them being the weaker vessel, you see how guys and stuff get when they come down to wine and spirits and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then with the female being the weaker vessel and stuff, Satan tends to have like a more incline on persuasion. Now I know there's some women out there and stuff who drink underneath the table and whatnot and stuff, but guess what? You still gotta have modesty in that, and that goes for both men and women. You know what I'm saying? Right? Women get tipsy and stuff, and they like to walk out and pack like wolves and stuff and go crazy. And most women and stuff be trying to be masculine and whatnot and stuff, and they be out there and stuff starting trouble like niggas who don't got nothing to do, who sit on the block all day. You see, right? So I'm gonna read it again. It says, in like manner, also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel. You know what I'm saying? No croc tops. Don't be showing your belly. You know what I'm saying? You know. But you gotta also understand, we in captivity and stuff, and most of the clothing and stuff that women have to wear or able to buy and whatnot, you know, are not always going to be dresses and whatnot and stuff. It's really going to be clothes to show off their figures and whatnot and stuff, to sexualize themselves. You see? And it said, I mean, a lot of women and stuff sit up here and call that cute and whatnot and stuff, but you don't really know what the fuck is going on. You see? So it says with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broided hair or gold or pearls or costly array. You know what I'm saying? And you could look at the Haitians, the so-called Levites and stuff, the older women. You know what I'm saying? Guess what? They'll wear like they wear. It's like they're in a rap. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're in a rap. So I'm gonna read this. It's verse 10. It says, "But which be cometh women professing godliness with good works." And we're gonna get into some of those good works. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep it short, because I tend to be long with it. Verse 11, it says, "Let the women learn in silence with all subjection." You see, right? What's the word? Silence.
Strong's G 2271. Hesuchia. Hesuchia.
It says quietness, silence, right? And the scriptures also says in the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiastes and Apocrypha, that it's a blessing and stuff to have a silent wife. You know what I'm saying? A loud, clamorous woman and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Is a loud, clamorous woman is uh, what cause motherfuckers to run away for sure. You know what I'm saying? Right? And it also says this, clamorous, clamorous. Uh, so it's gonna be on some shit, huh? Oh, you mixing scriptures up. Yeah. Well, scriptures sit up here and say, She's loud and clamorous and whatnot and stuff. Matter of fact, it might be here. It might be here. Bear with me. Because the scripture says uh, that the tongue is a deadly member. You know what I'm saying? You know, it speaks good and evil and whatnot. And women has been given the okay and stuff to be loose out here. And when I say loose, I ain't just talking about in the way of being hoes. You know what I'm saying? Uh, uh, that they can do and say whatever they want to and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And be all cool because you know guys will sit up here, oh, that's a woman and stuff. But the thing is that the behavior that most women do on social media, you know what I'm saying, when they all wild and crazy and whatnot and stuff, that's not how a woman's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Uh, well, the scriptures talk about women being clamorous and loud and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And know of nothing and whatnot and stuff. And a woman ain't supposed to be like that. So I'm gonna go back to the Timothy, First Timothy's 2. Now, if I find this stuff, I'll put it in the description box. But this is back in First Timothy's 2 and uh, 11 again. It says, let the woman learn in silence in all subjection. So let's get that word subjection. Now, I'm gonna put this out here. This is different. This is talking about when you deal with a wife. When you say if you got a wife and whatnot, this is how she's supposed to act. But then at the same time, it goes the same way. I don't want to sound all weird and stuff. The scriptures do say honor thy mother, honor thy father, and honor thy mother and stuff. You still be respectful, but a woman has her role, period. You know what I'm saying? Right? So if you a mother, you know what I'm saying, you still would have to show respect, even though, like, say if you were a mother of a 12-year-old boy and stuff, a 12-year-old boy and stuff is a man. You know what I'm saying? He's a young man, of course, and whatnot, but he'll learn underneath his father afterwards and whatnot and stuff. And they show you in a lot of those old movies and stuff where they still bear a shield and sword. You see, right? A lot of those medieval so-called movies and TV series and whatnot and stuff. When the boy gets of age and stuff, he's no longer in the house. He go learn with his father to know manly shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's usually at 12. You see, you know. And when it come down to 12 years old, that's when the sexual organs change, and that's what makes him a man and stuff. Because boys can impregnate, you know what I'm saying? Girls can't get pregnant. Only men and women. Only men can impregnate. Only women can get pregnant. You know what I'm saying? You see, you know, and I'm putting that out there and stuff because of that's the ancient way. Well, not ancient way and stuff, but that's usually when back in the day and stuff, where women would go into ovulate and men's sperm would be mature enough and stuff to impregnate. You see, you got all this GMO foods and stuff that speeds up the hormones. You know what I'm saying? Where they get where the sperm cells and the ovary, well, not the ovaries, but the eggs. You know what I'm saying? Mature faster and stuff unnaturally. You see. So this is the word subjection.
Strong's G 5292. Hupatage. Hupatage.
And it says the act of subjecting, obedience, subjection. You see, subordination. Number two, not number one. You see. Now, once again, motherfuckers and stuff. No matter how old you are and whatnot and stuff, if your parents still alive and stuff, you still supposed to give them honor. You know what I'm saying? You ain't sitting up here rolling around like you the motherfucking boss. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Uh, 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 you don't do that and whatnot and stuff, because then you will be in violation of uh, you'll be in violation and stuff of Exodus, the 20th chapter, which holds the 10 commandments and stuff, which that is one of the commandments. Love, it says, honor thy father and thy mother. You see, right? Right. So it says, verse 12, it says, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. You know what I'm saying? So it says not to usurp authority. So I'm gonna get that word authority. I mean usurp authority. Usurp,
Strong's G 831. Althanateo. Althanateo.
and it says one who with his own hold on, an absolute master to govern, exercise dominion over one. So look at that. It says a worker. And we went into the etymology and stuff that a woman was considered a female servant. And when going back to the Genesis and stuff, a helpmate, an aid, well, I know I added assistant, you know what I'm saying, but what do? They work for the one who's in more control. And who is that? The man, you see, you know? So understand where I'm coming from and stuff, because Jake would sit up here and be like, well, man, I'm supposed to you still supposed to humble yourself before your parents. You know what I'm saying? No matter even step parents and stuff as well and stuff. You know why? Because that's what Moses did and stuff when it came down. I think his name was Jethro or Jericho. You know what I'm saying? The father of the Ethiopian woman that he dealt with. You know what I'm saying? You see. So this is back in Second Timothy chapter 2 and 12. It says, but I suffer not a woman to teach. All you female pastors, you ain't supposed to be teaching. The only thing that a woman's supposed to be teaching is other women and stuff, saying how to be subject onto their husbands. You know what I'm saying? That was a woman's role and whatnot and stuff. That's the only teaching she's doing. But when it come down to prophesying, it's not onto you. When you go into that word testimony, it goes back to the word testes. And the only one, a testes or testis, going to testicles. The only ones who can prophesy and stuff are men. You see, you know, you know, you was made for us. You know what I'm saying, right? So this is you know, it says, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. You see, you know, it says, verse 13, it says, for Adam was first formed, then Eve. And it's the reason why it's being placed like that and stuff, because it shows who's alpha and who's beta. Even till this day and stuff, a man that's considered a beta male is still higher than a woman. You see, you know, and remember the classes and whatnot and stuff. You see, don't be sitting up and then you're gonna have certain females and stuff who think they're gonna be slick with some adultery. No, oh well, you said I was supposed to listen to the man and whatnot and stuff, and he wanted to get something that's good. And if I wanted to obey the Lord and whatnot and stuff, I had to make sure that I listened to him. No, you ain't slick, your adulterous ass. You ain't slick. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. You know. Scripture says, listen to thy own husbands. And that's why, you have a lot of women and stuff where this is when busybody and stuff can really mess some things up. You'll have women who listen, you know what I'm saying? Now if your man doesn't believe, as it says in First Corinthians, the 7th chapter, because you're gonna have unbelieving husbands, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you will learn for a man and stuff who's being placed in that position and whatnot and stuff. You know, you know, there's probably a lot of females and stuff who do that, who in that situation. Now I say this, you can still. That don't mean that it's just gonna be certain things and stuff that you can't do. You know what I'm saying? Where it's still serving the Lord and whatnot. Like say if your man's like, baby and stuff, come on, smoke with me, baby. smoke with me, baby. You know what I'm saying? You know, you could tell his ass no and whatnot and stuff because that's defilement of your temple. He might be into it and stuff, but if you're trying to serve the Lord and stuff, you could tell that nigga no. And guess what? You won't be doing anything wrong. You see? You know? But remember, you want to be subject onto that man and whatnot. So anything that's not unlawful to do, you know what I'm saying? Anything that's not unlawful to do and stuff, guess what? You could still honor your man and stuff and listen to him. But the things that's unlawful that he's trying to get you to do, you can tell that nigga no. You see? Because shit, if it's unlawful and stuff at that time and stuff, he's considered a nigga. Not to be disrespectful, but you know, the real niggas and stuff are pretty much the heathens and stuff because their shit is profane. You know what I'm saying? Nigger, you know what I'm saying, goes into black, void of light. You know what I'm saying? You know, and well, goes into black and stuff, and black goes into void of light and whatnot. So that they're doing doing some darkness and stuff, they're being a nigga. And we know that we use the term and stuff because we're used to it and whatnot, but understand the meaning of it. You know what I'm saying, right? So I'm gonna grab this. This is I think it's second. No, it's First Peter's. It's First Peter chapter 3 and verse 1, right? So it says godly living, but then on the NLT it says wise. You see, it says likewise, ye wives, be in subjection. Look at that word subjection again to your own husbands. It says now you'll have women who, because I remember in the past and stuff that me and the brother Ramaki and stuff was referring to this woman because she had like a Star of David and stuff, right? Well, it's not Star of David. I forget what the real name is. You know what I'm saying? But it's not the Star of David when you see the 6 point star. That is not the Star of David. That's a star of something that starts with an S. S, and I want to say like Seraph or something like that. But I check again. But it's hedonistic. It's not. It's not. It's not based on. It's not the Star of David and stuff. You see, and pretty much it's like this. We was talking to her, and we was talking to her. I don't know what led. You know what I'm saying? And I think at the time and stuff, she was single and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, probably caught her reading the Bible and whatnot, and things was asked and it was things was asked and stuff to wake up a fellow sister and stuff and she happened to be Hispanic and she happened to be Hispanic and whatnot and stuff, so-called Mexican, so-called from the tribe of Issachar, Yashashkar. He is hired and whatnot and stuff, if you understand that. And pretty much what happened was is that it got into a heated argument and whatnot and stuff because what was being told and stuff is that you would still have to respect the man and stuff. But the thing is that when it comes down to certain things that a man that's not your husband and stuff is trying to get you to do, you know what I'm saying, you could tell him no and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because then especially in the sexual area and stuff, she'll sit up here and be like, that would be her committing adultery and whatnot, or being adulterous, sleeping with another man when she had a man already. You know what I'm saying? But even though she didn't have a husband or a boyfriend, you know what I'm saying? She like, I don't gotta listen to you niggas and stuff. But guess what? That's still outside the order. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord said that a man is the head of a woman. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta know when a motherfucker, when a nigga and stuff is trying to usurp his power and whatnot, just because he know a little scripture and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? To be, I guess you could say, a lion in thy house and stuff, but not in the house and stuff, but just him being a man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta listen to me and whatnot, because niggas try to be slick too. It ain't just the females. It's gonna be niggas too who gonna be trying to be slick. You know what I'm saying? You gotta listen to me and stuff because I'm a man and whatnot. And she'll be like, I don't gotta listen to you and stuff because you ain't my boyfriend, you ain't my husband. You know what I'm saying? But the order of authority is still there, so you still have to have the respect. And that's why I was kind of going to when it comes down to the, mothers and whatnot and stuff, when their sons get to a certain age, you know what I'm saying, but still would be honored by their children and stuff if their children is following the law, statutes, commandments. You see, and I hope that makes sense and stuff. I'm not trying to mix things up. You know what I'm saying? Right. So this is First Peter chapter 3. I gotta hurry up with this. This back in First Peter chapter 3 verse 1. It says likewise, you wives be in subjection to your own husbands, that if any obey not the word, they also may without the word be won by the conversation of the wives. You know what I'm saying? What's that word? Conversations and the strophe, right?
Strong's G 391. Anastrophe.
Mhm.
Anastrophe.
And it says manner of life, conduct, behavior, right? How she carry out her actions. It says because some men and stuff won't believe. Some guys and stuff they either Muslim, you know what I'm saying, Buddhists, shamans, atheists, fucking Satanists, you know what I'm saying, into Catholic, they Catholic and whatnot and stuff, Christian. You know what I'm saying? And if the female is really living out the way that she's supposed to and stuff, that's going to spark the man and stuff to probably get into it. But then what will happen is that if you've been learning from another man and stuff, what will happen is that if your man is listening and he's starting to learn, the thing is that you will learn through him, but he will learn through whatever man and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Is giving off the scriptures, right? So this verse 2, uh, uh, it says while they behold your chaste conversation coupled with fear, right? Because you got to fear your husband. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to understand that there's a ranking system going back to the First Corinthians 14 and 40 and First Corinthians 11 and 3. You know what I'm saying? Showing the order and stuff. That we're all gods, as it says in Psalms 82 and 6. You know what I'm saying? If you're an Israelite. And the thing is that a man will be a higher Israelite than you, a higher ranking Israelite than you, a more powerful God than you. You see, right? It's like it, right? Yeah, right. So it says, verse 3. It says, "Who's adorned, let it not be that outward adorning of plaiting of the hair and of wearing of gold or of putting on a apparel." It says, "But let it be the hidden man of the heart, that which is not corruptible." Spirit. It says, even the ornament of meek and quiet spirit, which is in the sight of God, Yahweh Shai, of great price. You see, and as you can see, it says precious to God and stuff, right? Verse 5, it says, for after this manner in the old time, the holy women also who trusted in Yahweh Shai adorned themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands. It says, even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, it says, whose daughters ye are, as long as you do well and are not afraid with amazement. So we're going to get that word Lord. Now I know they kind of changed it a little bit. This word curios.
Strong's G 2962. Kurios. Kurios.
It says, he to whom a person or thing belongs, about which he has power of deciding, master, Lord. You see, the owner. Remember, the scripture says, when a man get himself a wife, he get himself a possession, and that wife is gone by is through marriage, which is sex marriage, which is actually marriage and stuff according to the scriptures. Sex is marriage, not putting the ring on it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to look at anything being a finger or a thumb, you know what I'm saying? Being a finger or a thumb and stuff with the ring on it. Well, no, I'll leave that alone. I'll leave that alone. But it's like this. It says one who has control over the person. It says the master. You see, you know. It says this. You see, and Psalms 18:6 with God, so we'll be a higher God and whatnot and stuff. You see, you know, and uh, it was another thing and stuff that I wanted to bring out. Uh, But you have uh, uh, well, okay. Now I'm just gonna make these quotes and whatnot because I'm short on time. 10 minutes go past real fast. Uh, in Deuteronomy 22nd chapter and stuff, you know what I'm saying? A father will arrange a marriage, or better yet, sell his daughter, you know what I'm saying, onto a man, you know what I'm saying, or say if that man and stuff say if that man want to deal with the daughter, you know what I'm saying, what was supposed to be done and stuff is that a servant was taken, you know what I'm saying, right? A servant was taken and stuff because a daughter is a servant unto her father. You know what I'm saying? While her mother and stuff is there to teach her how to be a servant. So when the time of her having a husband is, it's gonna be second nature and stuff. She ain't gonna be acting all up. You see, right? So you know, back in the ancient days and stuff, and the concept still is still here, set in stone. But a lot of women and stuff think that equality exists and stuff, and that's why they went to that feminist movement and then fucked everything up for themselves and stuff. But the thing is that the only thing that's equal is that you'll be equal and stuff onto another Israelite, even if the sex is different. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to the man, he's a higher God than you. You see, we're higher gods. We are higher gods and stuff than you Israelite women. You see, right? So, uh, oh, and another thing is this too. In the book of Samuel's, you know, what I'm saying, I think it was Samson's mother, Samson's mother. Is it Samson? I think it was Samson's mother, right? So that might be in the book of Judges. It's either Samson's mother, you know what I'm saying, or it was Samuel's mother. But pretty much it was like this. This also shows that the man is in higher authority and stuff, you know what I'm saying, right? Um, one of the mothers, you know what I'm saying, tried to make an oath or a vow and whatnot and stuff, right? And the thing is that when it comes down to the husband has the right to cancel out that woman's vow and whatnot and stuff. Because a woman, she could be zealous at a moment and stuff and think she's finna do a vow, but when it comes down to her being a weaker vessel, especially in this time, she ain't finna keep that. One day it's gonna be remembered. She's gonna try to keep it as long as she can and whatnot, but one day she's gonna forget, and that goes the same way for men to not make any vows. The only vow that we need to be keeping and stuff is following after Yahweh Shemian Shai and stuff, because that's you know uh, uh, we're still under that and stuff to rehearse the righteous acts and stuff. But anyways, you know, it also proves and stuff that a man is higher and stuff, and also proves that the man is the prize and whatnot and stuff too. On this note, and I tend to bring this out. Bear with me. I tend to bring this out and stuff. Um, if you had, it's this it's an anime called in End World Harem. Some strange disease came through. You only got five guys and stuff that's still alive. You know what I'm saying? And you got nothing but women and stuff still on Earth, right? The thing is that five guys can literally, and I'm not talking about the restaurant and stuff. If you got if you hungry or you want a snack, you know what I'm saying? The thing is that five guys, or those five, some of them like they were different ages. The thing is that they needed to replenish the earth. You know what I'm saying? Because and at the same time and stuff, they was gonna die anyways and stuff because the procedure that they had to go through and stuff. You know what I'm saying, to maintain their bodies and stuff for as long as possible. They already had a short lifespan. And of course, you're gonna have some nigga and stuff. Oh, this female, she only for me. You know what I'm saying? While everybody else and stuff getting it on and stuff. You know what I'm saying, right? Now, when it come down to five guys, you know what I'm saying, and a whole bunch of them, and it's more in a ratio when it come down to the women, and the ratio when it come down to the women and stuff. The thing is that five guys versus 1,000 women and stuff can bring back a nation and stuff if there's a shortage of men. because in our balls and stuff holds the X, Y chromosome and stuff, which the sperm cells, which are the human beings that grow in your stomach when you're pregnant and whatnot. Uh, uh, we determine male and female, not the woman. We determine male and female, and not the woman and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's the same way when you plant seeds in the dirt and whatnot. Without the seed, ain't no plant coming, ain't no vegetation coming. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to the dirt, don't take it disrespectfully, but when it comes down to the dirt, that's where all the nutrients at. You know what I'm saying? That's what of course the water comes from the Lord. He's the Lord. The Lord gives the increase. You know what I'm saying? Whether something is gonna grow or not. You know what I'm saying? But not to get deep. The thing is that when it comes down to uh, when it comes down to the different minerals and stuff in the dirt and stuff is what the plant seed feed off on and stuff so it can grow. You know what I'm saying? Plus, when it start budding into a plant and start putting its roots or developing roots and stuff in the ground and whatnot, that's what it eats off. Not just the sunlight and the water, but also the nutrients in the earth. That's how you. It's the same way for a woman because she's eating for two. So she's not eating just for herself, but she's also nurturing. You know what I'm saying? What's developing in her stomach or in her womb. You see? You know. So if you look at it this way, if there's a woman, if there's more men but it's only one woman or a couple of women, as soon as she get pregnant and whatnot and stuff, it's not promised that it's going to be triplets and quadruplets and quintuplets, however the fuck you say it and whatnot and stuff. I know it's a female out there and stuff years back and stuff, and she had eight or nine twins and stuff at one time. You know what I'm saying? But that's not promised. You know what I'm saying? Where there's less females in one guy and stuff, and then you got to also wait for the process. You know what I'm saying, of 9 to 10 months. You know what I'm saying? You see, you know, so it would take longer to build a nation if there's more men and stuff that gotta no, if there's more men and less women and stuff to bring back a nation and stuff would take a long time, and it will also be adultery. But when it comes down to a man being few in number, but it's more women, guess what? You can impregnate all those different women and stuff without sliding on the next guy's female and stuff, have your own harem and stuff, and bring back a whole nation. See, and I don't want to bring out another cringe and whatnot and stuff, but you know, I don't want to bring out another cringe and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to going to the scriptures, there's a certain family member and stuff that you can deal with that people will look at it and be like, that's nasty, that's woo to woo. But it makes more sense and stuff, you know what I'm saying, the land to be replenished, for the land to be replenished and whatnot and stuff after the first great flood, which is the first death. You know what I'm saying? When it come down to uh, uh, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. So all this video was edifying. I'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bashim Al Shah, Harvard Hakwadash, double honors to the apostles, a great millstone. Salutations to your level, you to be. Shalom, Kwam Yasharal.